site is not, at this time, the site is not in compliance, and I am seeking a ruling.
So both violations are still out of compliance.
Yes, sir.
I had the same question. So there was some cleaning
Yes, sir.
first, and then you went back and I thought you said they cleaned something.
They did. They mowed the grass, sir, and they trimmed the branches that were impeding walking down the sidewalk. There's a low canopy that was hanging. We're supposed to have an 8-foot clearance. We did not have that. So they did mow the grass and picked up the debris, as well as trimming those limbs over the sidewalk area. But we still had the minimum housing code violations that were still outstanding, which is the exterior walls as well as the fascia.
Oh, okay, so we would have, if they did not do that, we would have had 3 violations.
We would have had 4, sir.
Well, okay.
Ms. Smith, is the property occupied?
No, ma'am, it is not.
Any other questions for the code officer? All right.
Thank you.
Assume there is a representative for the respondent.
Yes, Mr. Vice Chair.
Good evening. My name is Roberta Cohn. I live at 1222 Oxbridge Drive in Lutz. I am representing Reverse Mortgage Funding LLC, who was a plaintiff in a mortgage foreclosure action against the owners of the property. The plaintiff prosecuted their foreclosure action under case number 22 CA 003654 in Hillsborough County, Florida, and obtained actually, well, a certificate of title was issued back to them on September 12th, 2024. So while the action was pending prior to the certificate of title being entered, the plaintiff's representatives can only do so much. They can cut the grass, they can try to deal with the exterior, but the owners of the property still have rights as long as they own the property. So, there was nothing that the bank could have done at that point as far as the additional work. Ms. Smith has already been apprised of this and also of the certificate of title being issued back to them on September 24, 2024. And we've requested it, and she knows that we're working on trying to get everything done and get in compliance because, I'm sure my client would like to get the property fixed up and make it look nice for everyone as well as sell the property at some point, which is their intent. The property is currently vacant. There is some work that does need to be done, some additional work orders, and some of the work has been put into place. There was a question as to whether or not, and I don't know the answer, and they just asked me to ask if anyone knows whether or not a permit needs to be had to replace the soffit or do the roof on that work part, and I really don't know the extent of it, so I'm just inquiring. So they want to make sure that they're given additional time to make the repairs, bring the property into compliance, but that the time given is realistic, because if they do have to obtain a permit, it's going to take a little bit longer to get everything together and get the repairs done. And we do have approval to begin working on some of the work that needs to be done, like the fascia board, but again, the question is the permit. So we would ask that no fines be entered against the bank because they weren't entitled to the property. They couldn't make the repairs. At the time when Ms. Smith was there on August 2nd, they didn't own the property. When she took her photos August 30th, they still didn't own the property. It's my understanding that the property is looking a lot better today, but I have some photos on my computer, but I'm not sure which photos go with which day. So I don't want to speak out of line. I, of course, tell the truth as to what I know, and I know the property is looking better. So we would ask that you continue this matter for 60 days, I think would be reasonable, in order for them to get everything done and avoid any fines, with no fines being imposed against the bank.
So legally speaking, the person, I guess Ms. Smith is the new owner of the property?
No, Ms. Smith is your
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Okay.
There is no new owner. The property is listed. The bank got the property back, and it's called an REO property at this point. It's listed for sale.
Okay.
The bank
You have-
currently owns the property.
Yes, today. The bank right now owns the property.
There's no legal reason that you can't proceed with doing the repair works?
They are proceeding.
If I can, it does seem that we do not have then the proper respondent. I wasn't aware that a CT had been issued. I have no objection to a continuance so that we can get the right party as the respondent on this. I don't know if, is 30 days doable for a continuance? Because even if it comes back, the board's going to give time if the violations are still existing. So I'm just wondering whether 30 days would.
If that's the best we can do, then, I mean, I think 60 would be better. I mean, realistically, but I understand if you're saying if it's not done within 30, then we're back in another 30. But meanwhile, they do have to pay me to come back and visit you all every time, so. I don't like getting paid.
Let me talk to
And if you do want a copy of their certificate of title, you can have my copy.
yeah, if I can. Sure. And then
Mr. Vice Chair, may I direct a question to the witness?
As soon as he's,
Okay.
Yeah, let the lawyer.
yeah, we have a question for you
Can
from,
you just clarify the date that the certificate of title was issued to the bank?
I just gave him.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right. No, you're fine. Let me just, I have a copy of the docket here. Just let me look. It was actually recorded on September 30th, 2024. A corrected title was issued on September 30th. Let me see what happened here. The property was sold on the 12th of September. And then they have to wait and the 10 days. So the certificate of title, according to the docket, states September 23rd, but I believe it's September 24th.
Okay.
yeah, please.
We're going to go ahead and dismiss this case. We don't have the correct respondent. If in 30 days, the work hasn't been done yet, we'll probably start up a new case, and we would then
Okay.
probably, if we can serve you, or would you rather us serve, how would you rather us do it? I just need
I
to
will
know
give you,
who the new owner is.
I'll give you the contact information for the firm that represents the
The bank?
the bank. I'm local counsel for them. They're in South Florida, but I'll give you their contact information because they would be the proper
Hopefully it'll
party.
be done and we don't even have to bring a new case.
That would be the goal. My concern is your 30 days, but maybe it'll take you guys longer to get your case
Whatever.
issued.
So just
Ma-
so you know, no permit is required to replace
Thank you,
or soffits,
thank you.
just to replace.
Appreciate that. Good to know.
So do we need to have a motion in order to dismiss the case, or is that once the city says?
Continue.
Motion to dismiss to the,
I think they said dismiss, not continue.
Yeah, he said
Well, it's
dismiss.
actually the department that would end up dismissing the case, not necessarily the board.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you what, why don't you, we ask you to continue the case for 30 days. We're gonna end up
Dismissing it.
getting
But-
rid of it and starting over.
Okay.
All right,
That works. I think that'll be the easiest for you.
okay.
Probably.
So just from my understanding, the board continues it and then it gets dismissed?
We're gonna go ahead and just end the case and start in that 30 days, probably start a new case against the
Okay.
present owner, which is reverse mortgage funding LLC.
Right, and I will, if you, let me see if the firm's name's on
See if
here.
we can get a copy of this so you can keep
You
it.
can, no, I don't need it. Yeah. It's not there, okay. I will write down the information for you while you move on to your next case. Thank you.
Thank you.
No more questions?
I don't think so. So,
You're done.
even though we don't have a, I don't think we have a script
Need a
for it.
motion?
Do we need, yeah, we need a motion for continue. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, it's. I make a motion to, for case number 243721 to continue till our next meeting,
Streets. The case is before the board based on an alleged violation of Section 10-3B sanitation grass weeds. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Lori Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Joe, I have one comment. We're seeing, and I don't know if that's
City council
on
meeting.
We're seeing, it looks
We're
like a,
seeing, like
oh, a council meeting.
council meeting, but I don't know if that's what's on, being displayed to the public, or I think they get that, right?
Okay, yeah.
oh, okay.
can't speak to that.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, what we see here is not that.
That's not what's being displayed to the public. I'm having some issues in here.
Okay,
Keep it going.
okay, all right.
So we'll play tomorrow.
All right, cool.
That was me. No, that was me.
Okay, thanks.
Yesterday I was at the council meeting.
Fair enough, okay.
Okay, sorry for the interruption, but we were
Yeah, I was,
seeing something weird on the TV.
That's okay. Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, and board members.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
That's okay. This case originated proactively November the 26th, 2024. My inspection revealed overgrown grass and weeds on the vacant lot. At this time, I left a door hanger with a reinspection date of the 2nd of December, 2024. My reinspection on the 4th of December revealed no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 11th of December, 2024. Posted the notice letter at the front gate, as this is a vacant lot, and requested copies be sent certified in first-class mail to the owner of record. I also requested a copy be posted at City Hall on the electronic board for the 10-day requirement. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of the violation taken by me on December the 6th, 2024, showing the violations. Mr. Vice Chairman, Mr. Marzuk contacted me on the 19th of December, 2024. He stated he needed a new landscape company. I provided him a list of contractors. December the 26th, 2024, Mr. Marzuk contacted me again about the cleanup of the lot. Exhibit number 1 shows a notice letter posted at the front gate. Exhibit number 2 shows overgrown grass, weeds in the vacant lot. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm just looking for a finding.
Okay, please submit.
Yes, sir.
I think we're, any other questions for the code officer? We can move on. I guess we need, each of us needs to look at the
Yes, sir.
evidence.
On the screen, it was shown on the screen.
Yeah,
Okay, we're back.
yeah, it went back. It went
Oh, we're
back to
back,
normal
okay.
now.
good to watch past tense.
Well, I mean, she said that it's in compliance, so.
Yes, yes, ma'am, it is.
You have a photo after? No, I'm just kidding.
No, sir. It looks good, though. It
Looks
nice.
good. I trust you.
I just wanted to see that.
Correct.
All right, seeing no further questions, I'm looking for a finding.
I knew this one.
Okay.
In case number 24-4492, I move the city has proven by a greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code that exist on the property at 13202 North 53rd Street. Applicable code sections are 10-3 subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from code enforcement officers, along with other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Can I
Second.
get a second? We have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. No nays. Motion passes.
Next case.
Next case, please.
Next case is case 24-4576, City versus Soknan Horn for the property located at 12406 Pagoda Place. The case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 8-28A1, permits app required. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Laurie Smith. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Good evening again. Laurie Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated from Community Development on October the 4th, 2024, requesting a notice of violation letter to be prepared for work without a permit for rear yard accessory shed slab addition. I prepared a notice of violation with a compliance date of the 21st of October, 2024. Affidavit of service was obtained by hand delivery to Samara Horn. At this time, I'd like to submit photographic evidence of a screenshot in Central Square showing the stop work order. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance. I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm just looking for a finding.
Please submit. Do we have any questions for the code officer while we're reviewing the documents?
Yeah, I have one. So they were building a lot of things in the backyard, shed?
I guess they put a shed at one time, sir, and they got rid of the shed, but they poured the slab for the shed. And that also was another violation. They took the shed down, but then the slab was still there. They never got a permit for the slab. So they sent over the stop work order to our department requesting a notice of violation is what I did.
So did they obtain a permit or they removed everything?
No, sir, they obtained the permit and they paid the fees that were due for the permit. So they are in compliance.
Okay, great.
So the slab's still in place, but
That I don't know, sir,
Okay,
because
well,
I can't
whatever.
go in their backyard.
another interesting thing about this case I saw was that I didn't realize that, that we had annexed that part, it's up on, I think it's on the southeast corner of I-75 and Fletcher.
It's off Old Morris Bridge.
Yeah, off Old
down
Morris
there,
Bridge.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so,
There's a lot of Hillsborough County property out there, and then you've got Sagebrook, but
yeah,
I see more development probably coming out there.
okay, yeah, it was,
Sometimes, but honestly, because it is, that's really the only subdivision out there.
Yeah,
You
it's-
have illegal dumping quite often
oh, wow.
out there, going to Sagebrook as well as coming all the way at the end, because that dead ends all the way back there. So, yes, I definitely have to patrol for illegal dumping in those areas.
It's a part of Temple Terrace I wasn't aware of, that's for sure. So,
We do have some illegal dumping,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
all right,
I'll do this.
yeah, seeking a finding, so.
Yes. In case number 24-4576, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist on the property located at 12406 Pagoda Place with applicable code violation 8-28 subsection A subsection 1. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation, all of which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move there will be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, looking for a vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. No nays, motion passes. Next case?
Next case is case 24-4685, City vs. Moad Bayari for the property located at 12608 North 52nd Street. The case is before the board based on an alleged violation of section 12-922A, parking commercial vehicle in residential. The case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Director Tom Baroni. The city has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were properly served.
Before I start, I'd just like to wish everybody a Happy New Year,
Thanks.
everybody. Tom Baroni, Code Compliance, good evening. This case originated back on November 20, 2024, when I observed a commercial vehicle parked overnight in a residential zone. Later that morning, Lori Smith visited the property and also noted the vehicle parked in the street area, which she left a door hanger with a reinspection date of November 27, 2024. On December 3rd, her inspection noted no truck, therefore the case was closed. On the 5th of December, I observed the commercial vehicle once again parked in the street. Therefore, Inspector Smith prepared a notice of violation with the compliance date of December 9, 2024. The notice letter was posted at the front door of the violation, and she also requested copies to be sent out certified and first-class mail. She also requested a copy to be posted on an electronic board at City Hall for the 10-day requirement. On December 21st, 2024, the commercial truck was parked in the driveway of the residential property. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence that was taken by me or Lori on exhibit number 1, which displays the posting of the notice of violation at the front door. On December 5th, this photo was taken by me of the truck being parked in the street. On December 21st, this photo was taken by Lori Smith, showing the vehicle parked in the driveway. December 7th, this photo was taken early morning on Saturday by Doug Allen, showing the vehicle parked in a residential zone. January 4th, Doug Allen took a photo of the vehicle parked in the front yard. At this time, I'd like to submit.
You may submit.
So this would not pull up on that, that FN
Okay.
pipes, the board was not able to see
Okay.
this picture, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I did it at the same time. and it
Thank you,
wasn't-
sir.
He's having issues.
I did, sir, I tried 3 times.
Okay.
So as of today's inspection, the commercial vehicle was not parked in the street or the property. Therefore, the property is in compliance, and I'll submit an affidavit of compliance at this time. Can I submit?
Yeah, please submit.
Thank you, sir.
I have some question.
Great outcome.
Rod has a question.
Yes, I'm curious, I know it's in compliance. This towing truck is for his business, and he just parks it in front of his house?
That's correct.
And can you explain
So
to me?
commercial vehicles cannot be in a residential zone. The only time it could be present for unloading or loading packages. Otherwise, they can't be parked or stored on the property of a residential home or the street area.
So even if the owner of the house owns that business, where is he gonna go with his towing truck?
He's got to park it in an area of a storage facility but they can't store it on a residential zone.
Wow, I did not know that, but, you know.
We've had multiple cases.
Well, we had multiple cases, but for like if they had a trailer or something like that, but this looks like it's a towing truck that maybe a private,
Two separate violations. One's a commercial vehicle and the other one's a trailer. So if it's a commercial trailer, that can't belong in a residential zone either.
so how would you know if it's a commercial vehicle?
The length of
The
the.
vehicle? Oh, the length and the weight, and
Yes.
he cannot have it even in his driveway,
That truck?
Yeah.
No.
backyard?
No.
Oh, okay,
Can't be in a residential zone.
just,
It's okay.
sorry, Ernie,
No,
you know,
If it was
it's,
coming to get a vehicle, it was
Okay.
coming.
yeah. If he's going around, I know if he goes and tow a truck, tow another car, but that's,
if he's picking up a vehicle at the property, that's fine.
yeah.
He's picking something up and then putting it on and driving away. He
So
lives at that
He
property.
should have 2 vehicles, one where he parks his truck, and then he goes in the morning in that small vehicle, whatever, or bicycle to wherever. Yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, think with sympathy to this person, you know?
Yes.
Just-
I think the way this gentleman's acting is he'll be back here again as a repeat violation, based on my observations.
Yeah, well, that's why, from the trend, that's why I asked these questions, you know?
That's fine.
It appears that he's
right.
like me, did not know the real rules, and I hope he hears it now,
Yeah, I hope so too.
yeah,
I wish he was here tonight, but he's not.
yeah.
I was gonna ask.
No, he's not here.
And at this point, if it comes back, it'd be a repeat violation,
That's correct.
which fines can be,
The first observation of if I see that truck once again,
yeah,
he could be fined up to $500. We all know that.
just kind of make that clear.
Depending on what finding we come up
Yeah,
with.
that's right. That's
I'm
good.
just making
That's-
it clear, it would be
yeah.
a repeat.
That's a good point, because it's gonna be a repeat violation, similar, you know, similar to the people who have like car dealers and have no tags on their cars in the driveway. I understand that part, but when you own, let's say, a small plumbing company, and you have a big truck parked in front of your house, you cannot do that. Okay.
Put it in the garage. I believe this is a rental property.
I don't know, yeah, does he have the chance to build a garage that fits this vehicle?
He could put a commercial vehicle inside an enclosed garage.
Yeah.
But does he have that? No.
No, he doesn't have the room.
Plus, you said he's a renter, so.
I believe it's a rental property.
Okay, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any
Any other questions?
other questions for Tom? Mr. Barone? Excuse me.
Thank you.
Mr. Barone, okay. All right, so, just looking for a finding?
Sure, I got this.
Okay.
In case number 24-4685, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 12608 North 52nd Street. Violation section 12-922 subsection A, parking commercial vehicle in residential zone. The motion is based off the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Officer Baroni, along with other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
I have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. No nays. Motion passes.
That concludes the case hearings. We have one unfinished business, case number 24-3231, City versus Terrace Oaks HOA Incorporated, care of West Coast Management for the property located at 10325 Council's Way. The deadline for compliance is midnight tonight. A fine of $25 per day begins on January 9th, 2025. There is someone present.
So, Mr. Chairman, this was presented by Doug Allen last month for a pool duty to maintain. The gentleman here tonight is from the HOA. He'd like to speak to the board.
Sir, you want to come up?
And he needs to be sworn in.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, everybody.
You need to be sworn in first.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide the board tonight will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please identify yourself.
My name is Adele Musa. I'm a board member with Terrace Oak Association. I was here last month, and as I said, the board already approved the money to repair the swimming pool, but unfortunately during the holiday and New Year, did not get a chance to hear back response from the pool company. And I called them a couple times, and they still did not respond to me. So we are at this stage where we need to know what we have to do with the electrical work in order to move forward. So we are asking for another 30 days extension.
Okay.
Can I mention something?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have a question.
I want to mention that we missed him last time because we did not realize there was a holiday, and we gave him just a short time. I'm willing to, make a motion to give him an additional required time, if that, with your permission, Tom.
The city's fine with that. I think we talked about being a pool issue, that it was a health and safety issue, and that we didn't want to grant more than 30 days, if I recall that.
I recall that, but because we had a very short time.
Yeah.
That's the timing of the holiday. I did not realize that. The next cases, you remember, when we realized that, we started giving 60 days, especially during the holiday. A lot of people don't respond as fast as possible, so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with 30
Yeah.
additional days.
If I remember,
I
yeah,
don't see much progress here,
Okay.
which concerns me a little bit, but I'm willing to grant 30 days if the
Thank you,
board is
Tom.
okay with that.
Yeah, I think the pool was secured, but I think there
Right.
also was the question of whether residents there could unlock the gate if they wanted to. And I thought you were going to try and,
I asked if you guys want me to. I was willing to go and put a lock on it and stop from anybody going in, but
okay.
I did not hear a response. If you guys want me to put a lock, I'll be glad to
Do
go
you
ahead and
think,
put a lock.
do you think anybody is going in at this time?
Nobody does the swim in there, I don't see anybody in there either, but if I have to put a lock, I don't mind to put a lock there, But it's locked,
It's a concern, though. I agree with Tom. It's a concern because somebody could jump the fence even, right?
Is the clarity of the water clear? Is the water condition, is it clear? Could you see the bottom of the pool?
I don't know. I have to go and look, honestly. I don't want to give you a wrong answer. I
My
did
concern is
swear,
if a
so-
child fell in the pool, would you be able to see the child on the bottom of the pool? That's my,
Probably not. I don't want to say.
and I need you to lock the pool then.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'll work on it tomorrow.
Okay. 30 days would be fine, sir. I wouldn't go any more than that.
All right.
That's my recommendation.
I'll make a motion to extend this until, was it February 12th? And we can see where you're at from there. Hopefully you'll get some progress.
We have a motion. and-
Second.
She second.
And we, and, yeah, I think Taylor seconded.
Just to clarify the motion, it'll be February
February
12th.
12th to 25.
25. All right, any further discussion?
I have a question in regards to the lock. How can we confirm that the lock has been placed?
If you want me, I can send a picture. I mean, they can come and take a picture. I mean, I just have to do some drilling and put screws and get something from Home Depot.
Good question.
You could put a chain around it with a lock, as long as you feel as though that,
Actually, I won't be able because when the door closed, the bar on the side is attached to the wall. There's nowhere where I can sneak a chain.
okay,
So I have to figure out something tomorrow.
okay.
I have to put some screws in,
When you put the lock on it, call me, okay?
oh, sure, I will.
All right. So, who wanted to do, oh, you already did the,
Did the motion.
and we had a second? Okay, so, all right. Yeah, no further discussion. All right, so, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. No nays, motion passes, or the extension passes.
Thank you, sir.
And that concludes the agenda.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I think we're ready for,
Any new business?
yeah, I don't think, yeah, there's no liens report, there's no, anybody have any new business they'd like to bring up? Any items tonight?